Jawiago. Devils are crying, no. Market women are crying. Jawiago. 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 We tire, Jawiago. Go. Jawiago. Devils are crying, no.
They come and say the king to rescue us, but the king to kill us slowly. There's some of us, we have 10 children, no husband to even help us to sustain our children. Now on the side of selling, that Susu can help us to pay our rent, to pay our children's school fee. But the government, people come here around, they tell us that we should leave the sidewalk. And once of the seven area, they sort of be careful with. The water side, the people water running from China Bay. They're not putting effort to clear the people. Yeah, beyond Central Bay. Or in the cargo, the neckline, and not in the crack on the cargo. Yeah, all the ferret neckline, they can occupy the cargo. The government see that one. But with the innocent people, why we don't have job facility? Our children all high school in college, now the business between us and our children. Just like Baka Kino care and they can rescue. What I say we should vote for our children future. They don't want our children future. They can damage our children future. If they love the citizen and they don't want riot, police or soldier, nobody can stop them. Because now where we get our children breath. None of the brown men, they're not supporting children with a mother, with a husband, with everything. There's some of us will not educated at the best level. So when the devil around us, devil will move. Some of us will not of our weapon. We're going to let us in there. Was when you come into our market, we'll plan your heart, we will prepare you. Baba, signal will whistle on you. Because we fell out with a no say in their country. Yeah? Don't say I can rescue you, they want to kill or slow them. Not getting there. So security, they keep our police, they keep around with selling police, they keep not get our awareness. For now until the 7th, they will see you on the street. That's it, but you don't get no other job facility. And on the street, the people from the federal office, they can come by our son. And what people making in it. Yeah? And that business will not belong in market. Now along the street, and that market will say, in a general market. Say Liberia was phone all over the world, the great America, they started on the street. Africa, they started on the street. Now then Liberia, why they improve? Now they want to suppress up on the streets.
I have been working for the past 6 years with your government, and we are caretaker. We are the one that's doing the cleaning up and things. Since Joseph Boaka for the past 6 years, since Joseph Boaka took over for the past 3 months, if you demanding us to come to work every day, for me, I pay $450 to work a day to come here and $450 to go back. Every day they will take this thing for oil carry. But I was surprised yesterday, the minister called and she wanted to have a meeting with us. So we got there, Paulina came, and Paulina said there is no budget for us. She's not going to pay us, and she put it all down. Maybe when she get money the 15th or next month, she will pay us. For everybody that work on a job, we are government, she will put everybody down, and that's what she did. So we got, until we went to the mansion in group, 730 persons. Paulina, she said, Joe, we have put her father down when you were working. So anybody that work on a job, we are with you. That job, we are put that she will put them down. Paulina cried to her. So therefore, she came and said, she's not working with us again, and she didn't pay us. So I saw that we work in this government for the past 6 years. And then for the 3 months that Joseph Walker got there, we've been working early in the morning, we can't early in the morning, we can't work. We have been working for the past 6 months. So they should get our pay so that we can go and sit down. That she left, so we should go and sit down and wait for the 15th. And I'm telling the Liberian government, I'm telling Boaka, Joseph Boaka, I said Joseph Boaka, and I'm always talking to the senator and representatives that we elected you, we voted for you. We are single mother. We call you. We voted for you in the house. You're sitting there. Paulina play with us. And Paulina play with us. She will get it wrong for us. She will get it wrong. Paulina, the small child. She running. She know how to have. She baby. If you want to take off anywhere, pay us. We'll go and sit down. But you can't come and tell all people that we're on a job. We're going. Are we not Liberian? Are we not Liberian? That you taking bread from our table, taking food from our mouth because of job we are? Please, our senator, you can call back. Our senator in the house, you please talk for us. You say you are going to talk for the women. That what Paulina Cry doing to us. She's taking prayer from our mom. We will be marching at that group. We all will be going to the mansion in black. We will walk to the mansion and we'll bring tire. And they will kill all the way they came putting King John, that they kill us. Because that's why they came for the kill. They said they came to rescue. But they never came to rescue or they came to kill us. We will march to the mansion, everybody going to wear black. Everybody that wear the minister of state that they put down, I've been saying they will wear black. We'll go to the mansion, we'll put tire, we'll bring them, we'll walk to the mansion. The liar they get there, the information director, the information minister is a black liar. The people came to steal. He came outside when he saw us. He stood and he said, your words are coming to Paulina, coming back. He never came back. He just left. On the only thing they did, they called the police start shopping us all over the place. So if they will kill us, they must be ready to kill us someone. We are Liberian. We work and we earn our own money.
Now people will use electronic and print media. They use every means to promote dirty propaganda. So they take advantage of that and they spread their own dirty propaganda to outpower us, to outsmart us, to dirty us around the world. So the investor cannot come here because you want to come. They'll be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow the investor to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people and killing people. President George, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent time, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Boakai made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's task in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. That statement doesn't go well with me. If Mr. Weir is a boy, then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boakai, former Vice President Boakai, dropped in his heart, he collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, because George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery and made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in a medical center where he was thrown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well, he's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural eye, compare the two. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and you elected him. Maybe you call Joseph, George Weir boy because of the age. Because Joseph Boakai is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy in the sense of immaturity, no. George Weir is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boakai on the ground where he collapsed to fly here, bro, for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boakai, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew here out of the country for open heart surgery and make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boakai speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have emailed you, but he did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy, then you old man, you told him battery around here.
You're taking away.
Look at a battery man and he let you. Because any minute you could collapse. But you already said you want to be president and you know the record. You're on the time bomb, on the borderline.
Just sitting and laughing at reading the comment section. John Balu said the reason why he's in this is to save the state. Save Liberia. But Senator Balu was senator when in his country 5 wonderful Liberians gruesomely murdered. Their bodies were mutilated. He didn't say anything. A colleague who was then a senator whose name is enshrined in the TRC report, whose testimony you can find everywhere, that allegedly carried out a massacre on the Kabbalah River, became a senator from in jail. He came from jail. That case died in Maryland. Senator Balu was senator. Senator Balu was senator when Kid Juba was killed. Senator Balu was senator when the Fula man was beheaded in River G. Senator Balu was senator, and the 17 young men were killed between Lower Magidi and Grand Bassa County. Senator Balu was senator when one of the people who funding all of his effort was giving Intergenetic Hospital money and squash car to lobby for him to move on traveling ban and access free. But today, he said he wants to save the country. Senator Balu was senator when Bridgeway from London came to do prospect in Liberia. Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu la Brian the senator.
He thought of saving Liberia then. You know, sometimes some people sit on a particular platform, and this is the reason why the argument is going to get big this few times. Because look,
I don't think I can do this. It's against my faith. I can.
Agostina.
I don't want to do it.
Agostina.
Yeah.
You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. If you talk to somebody and they tell you, say, oh, because I'm Boali, don't do it. Don't put me in any situation I can handle.
I don't talk to anybody, bro.
No, okay, you ain't got to do it. What you do for me, let's just go to the lady tomorrow morning. We'll see her. That's all. You ain't got to do anything. Yeah?
Yeah, but why not?
Agostina, don't put me in any situation I can handle. Where you at?
At the station.
All right, I'll come in for you after you. So we can go see her, yeah?
So do what now?
Not doing anything. We'll just go and see her.
I don't do anything, but I can do it. I can't afford it.
Agostina, that will not be for me.
It's not a job budget. And somebody come and stand in front of me and say, Representative Grace misleading the public. It's a disservice to you. And you must hold their feet to the fire because some of you voted for these thieves. Okay? The House Donor is a thief. It's a thief. I'm telling you, it's a thief. Anybody who lie on what you talk, he had checked here. We published no checks before. He denied a signature on those checks before 2020 campaign. He's a common criminal. I'm saying that to you. He's a common criminal. That's the budget you voted for. He's a criminal because he lied at $3.6 million is not in the budget. He can't take me anywhere. I defy him. That's a criminal. No, I'm not angry. I'm being forceful. I'm being intellectual. I'm providing facts. No, I said something I didn't mention him, so they don't know the medicine. He has no integrity in life or integrity. He's in the crisis of integrity. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. He's not only fake. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. I say he's a criminal. He's a thief. To take a $45,000 car in the budget to vote for it, not just to vote for it. And you didn't inform the people because say everything you will inform the people. You can't record for that. And he didn't say anything about it. Okay, the pastor he vote, but why he didn't say it? Why he didn't say he voted for it? The records are there, Lord. Gentlemen, Senator Delon should be treated as a common criminal for lying to the public that there's no $3.6 million in the budget. Okay, and they said they didn't want it. Where they place it? There's $3.6 million. Yeah, the money here. The thing is in the budget. There's the final budget. So like they don't tell you when they took it all, they said when they put it. I beg you. One question is when they took it out, can you show us where you put your share? That's the question. If they answer that question, come back to me.
We now go over to Robert Tier of the Unity Party.
Yeah, everything I do, we must first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
And we've been doing that with people cleaning the champagne in our various communities. In social science, we go to people and ask them what they name. And so you posing them to say, I name this. But if you don't ask your people, then where you carry to them? So before I ask them what they name, and what they name, that we take them to them.
Your three major priorities.
Right now, if you look at I'm a teacher in profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. Okay. The second thing is that we want the boroughs autonomous.
The boroughs what?
It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider because we talk about autonomous, that means you have a lot of facility, a lot of things that you do in the borough. And if you are autonomous and you have everything to do, and if you look at the good time, many young people are graduated from college in the district. Right now, the first thing we empower.
Yo, So the government, since I'm outside the government, every woman in the government, all nigga in the government, but I'm working with the devil. That's why you hear my number like you. The master they cry, but they put that sweet in I want people in time. Going back to my country, people will tell you, don't bother rescue mission. No, you're not rescue mission. You're the key to rescue mission. Why the respect me? Just not away. Students anytime. No more free was. Now people be sorry. We sorry. Our people be sorry. This is it that we do. Sorry, we don't do it again, Papa. We regret it. I want people die. Hats up to you folks wherever you are. It's quite a fantastic weekend for all of us. Ha ha! With fire. You know those things play out. Coco Menta. You know, let me say hats up to all of you. Welcome to the program Face the Issues. Right here on the program Face the Issues. We are right here together to do what we think we can do for country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And we always prepare for this moment. And like we tell our folks, they are struggling for new friends. And it's difficult for them. Because some of all y'all know our real true colors. You see that y'all mob them and put your in problem. Now what's suffering you today? You see there? So I was just passing, doing my regular rounds, and I'm just looking around. Anyway, you're welcome on the program Face the Issues. Thanks so much, DTV Online, other radio stations carrying this broadcast as well. Want to say how's up to all of you. We are great. Right back here to end this weekend. The only thing that motivates me the most to come here in the wake of the hardship, and I pray to God always. I say, God, the day I'm on the show and people are playing the Freedom Cash giveaway, God, please, direct people who really appreciate what is good for this country to benefit from this whole cash giveaway. Because the issue about the jackpot, even when I hear it to see it, and the day you hear it, or anywhere in your community you see it, but in fact they can shy about it, said they can be passing around. Very shameful people. They are very shameless, and they want to be playing what they call here and there. You play, grab, you play. I want millions of people that will believe in, they will win this thing here. Don't worry, we are certainly getting there. Today is the jackpot. 20,000 is up for grasp again. And I can assure you that you're going to get it. By the grace of God, by the power vested in me, by the Almighty God, I decree upon your lives that as you'll be touching that phone this day, as you will be touching and of course, and try to key up your last that you got, the widow's mite, as you put it in. Today, God Almighty will pass through your phone and enter into the data system, and you shall be successful with your 20,000, and the most needed people will get it in Jesus' name. Amen. So you see there, I pray for you people now so that you'll be able to get it. We are certainly getting there, and with God above all, we will certainly over all prevail. Today is an interesting day. Yeah. Passing around and asking people questions. And one question I can ask is, where is the country today? Where are we today with this country? Certain group of people, and I was just listening. Nobody insults me or go against me, and you think you will ever succeed in life. I will always be telling you everything now. I say I'm not perfect. I'm not going to church. Whatever, but I say I'm just that person of God. I don't want to say anointed. No, don't touch my anointed and do my prophet. No, I don't want to put that one. But I'm just somebody who I just think that God just loves me. I've seen His love for me everywhere. Anybody who does anything against me, I don't have to retaliate. God has a way of paying you, and I will know that God paying you. God dealing with you. I know that one too good. So you see that I can be telling you all the time, don't ever try it. Don't try it. And I was listening to my junior brother, somebody who I used to be with. You can be cussing. That means you will be cussing like that. You can you think you will go free? You can go free. Some kind of way you will pay for it. So this guy, but he's trying to lie on his colleagues. They call him John Ken. So he is lying on his colleagues. The Sackley sector that was both chair for, which of course Mr. Colley, Darius Colley, is now the board chair for Nafonta. Group of motorcyclists whom he had betrayed, whom he was rallying around with the rescue mission. He decided to betray their interest because they're not getting job. Look at a dress code nowadays. It tells you that he has graduated from them. So when they are suffering, motorcyclists, seizing their backs here and there, he would never, ever see himself among them. He doesn't feel what they feel anymore. He believes that he has graduated from that level. You think people whom you are using around here, you think they're not able to fight back in any form of fashion? It has to be people who, look, the people, then in front of garden, just laughing at your group of people that you are using who get problem with you. They don't have time. The Nafonta guys don't have time. In fact, they are just watching and seeing. Your own people are the ones that are against you. So if you got any attack, you will get more attacks, my brother. You can't use people, and today you go sit down and sign something against the interest of the very people whom you used. You think they will not attack you? Some of the things that you carry the code said they will ask you, say, but you yourself, let's ask question, right? Let's look at people who may have motive. So who is merely somebody who is able to have a motive to attack you? The one who feel frustrated, feel let down, is that only proximate person who is very close to having a motive and looking for an opportunity to strike. And that the only people that are able to attack you because they don't want to feel disappointed in you because of what you did. You think the other guys, you think they don't know that the kind of evil things were going to happen. You think they really care about you? They don't care. That the very children that you're flying around with your motorbike here, flying behind rescue, and today the rescue is affecting and they're feeling the pinch the more. You think we are ordinary citizens or people who did not believe in Bwaka, you think they are hurt as a result of, in fact, they're the one dancing. They are not hurt. The people who did not believe in Unity Party. And today these things are happening. Why? It's true that they are in the pain, but they are celebrating in the wake of the pain. Right? They are celebrating in the wake of that. They are not feeling pain. The people feeling pain are the people who are feeling frustrated. They feel disappointed. That they don't want. You raise their hope. You tell them, so they don't want attacking you. Forget about it now, Fonta guys. Look, what Dara is fighting on now is to put that group together and make it better. So if you're getting your attacks from your people, and I tell you the last time I said, time will come in this country, some government official and who lie to people, people will chase them. But look at them today. They are just cold. You see them passing. Oh, they are just cold. You see, there is nothing that they can speak to. They got ready today shamelessly. They put their own holiday deliverable together to get their own report. They say they put their own talking about, oh, it's not correct. That our own self report. How will you be grading yourself? How is that possible? If every student could go to school and start grading themselves, you know what that means? You see the most useless and senseless thing the Unity Party government has started doing? They grab themselves, grade themselves. Amen. So the Liberian people grading of you. Unity party. This is the government house. You see? So you grab yourself, grade yourself, and say, look, that is us. They still struggling on the horizon. They still putting things together to say they are grading themselves. So they grab themselves, they give themselves 74%. They say they give themselves 74% performance. A unity party, government, that the competent people then they so, that the educated people then they so. The people got all the experiences in this world that they want there doing a kind of childish thing. You get ready, you grade yourself. Gosh, how is that possible? Leave it out with people. You think what you're doing it for yourself? No. Leave it out with them. They will be able to determine what it is. That people records you will be using and speaking on. When you heard the CDC through one of their periods, they were using World Bank report, IMF report. These are the reports that are coming in. These are things that people say about us. This is what it is. These are the statistics. So when they're telling you about how many homes are connected, they're not taking it by themselves and Samuel 12 will just wake up or and just say these are the number of homes. No, they will go to AEC for that data. An independent organization that is there, autonomous agency that there will furnish the government with the data and tell you, these are the number of things that we have done so far. Go and check it out. Simple things. And you see people start grading themselves and are failing basically also. You know, some student, they can take a grade sheet. You know, during those days we used to have some wicked students. So you will try your best. When they give you the grade sheet, then you will go. You scratch the grade area because you want for your parents to beat you because your parents were very harsh as a student. So when they grab the student grade sheet, when the students have the grade sheet, they will go to scratch the grade from there. The grade they say, then they carry it to their father and mother, or somebody say that they grade at school. Then they buy a mouse. But when they take it back to the school will know that something is wrong somewhere. That there is not a grade sheet. There is not a grade sheet again. The student temper with the grade. That student don't want grade. I said they got it wrong. That they don't want to do that one. That door people get do that kind of thing. They're grading themselves. They don't wait for people to what they call. You may have your own assessment, but let your assessment be able to, you know, and align with what other people think, so that it is in tight. But they getting ready, you know, and what kind of baby? But I agree they can spa. They can still grade or until they can get themselves grade or but I agree, but Jesus Christ of Nazareth. First I see them well. They wake up. They come up here, and some of these NGOs and things that will come up with their grading system. I will not prioritize some of them because I just feel that I'm not supposed to talk about them. I will never talk about them. You know, there's certain people that are just put in certain corner and they will remain there. And I just what it is. Me, I don't get up for those kind of people. So I don't get up. But I'm talking about Bwaka then grading themselves. So they ask themselves, say, how I agree. So it's like we go here and say I'm the best journalist ever. Then they gotta we say, are we struggling set to for you to come from a boss to call myself the best journalist? Man, even looking at kind of way say for you to even come also say not even correct. How we I sit here? They'll say, whether you like it or not, I'm the best journalist ever. I don't want to know. You will be so naive to be talking that kind of thing. They say, forget about it. Let the public be the judge. I don't argue with people on whether I'm best or better or whatever. I don't care about that. It is the public that will be the judge. The work that we do here, that but whatever. So if everyone will start grading ourselves, those kind of things are not things that you will let for people to do, man. Waka dana baby. What will you put for 40,000 business? What do you want 40,000 number? Oh, that they 41 million something that they want to go 40,000. What kind of 40,000 something I'm hearing? Okay, sorry, right here the rescue is confused. The rescue is confused. So you go grade yourself. You grade yourself, they say again, I said 74. So what did that 74 now go in? Already 74%. Not ready yet. Anyway, that is a country that we've got, and we think that we'll try our best all of the time to just furnish you with what it is. It is the weekend. Please play your jackpot, yeah, and get your live money. Now, what I'm here for? That the military business I'm here for, say, to make sure that my people get their money so that they can relax themselves. I get up for that thing that poke me to you. This blah 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 blah. All of that thing. And that's what I hear for. I hear for the freedom jackpot people that they win and then eat their money. Yeah. Eat your lay money. Eat your 20,000. Clear tonight. At least once you're happy, we are happy. That your happiness we are here for. You know, I was just passing around today, making some rounds. So let me tell you what the Unity Party people doing now. One guy, and they are very smart. The guys, what they can do to qualify them to be beggars now is to put themselves in the shoes of CDC. So the guys can get ready when somebody want to call you and talk to you, and they know that maybe you are oppressing that associated with the CDC or so forth, but you get labor money. So they went to my man place to go ask and beg. So the guy said, "People, how you doing?" He said, "The country is not easy now." The team were telling the people they were not. He is saying voted for Unity Party, but to be qualified as a beggar in this country, you must put yourself in the shoes of. He got it. He got it. You were there, all men recognizing who. He said, so he went and stood in front of my man. He said the country were telling the people there, they were not listening. Hey, yeah, nah. People just walking all over the place. People I just come to you for you to family transportation or something for me to just walk and less distance because I just walking and just from doing we're telling anything that then the other guy say who then you were telling all the thing what they got you are sitting down there and you are there what they got behind the people that you're passing around you say Bwaka and baby they can lie. The man look they let that whole thing that they jump in total confusion there because the man say you lie. Don't stay for the man you want beg for money beg for it but don't lie. They can't talk about what telling the people. So you see that for them to be qualified to even be beggar. They got to put themselves in the shoes of people who were against the ascendancy of the rescue mission. They were on board the rescue trio, but they came from there now and what they call that thing that Peter did. That's what they're doing now. And you know when they carry Peter, and when they ask Peter, when they carry Peter close, when Jesus said, Peter, you will deny me. Peter said, no. Don't tell that thing they said. Any other person here will deny you. You can't be me. They say, okay, no problem. Jesus said, I've been talking my own. You just do your own. Now you think you can do. They go there now, they drag Jesus, he acted like he's some kind of smag out. So when they grabbed Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, and then they took the sword, cut Jesus ear. Hey, Peter told you, so say, what? We'll put it back. He just want proof of point. He just thought that the thing Jesus Christ was talking, where you were for, then Jesus Christ, you power. Now I'm gonna think, Jesus said, no, yo. Jesus said, lead the people there. You don't want to fight by the soul and die by the soul. Lead the people there. If I want to fight, I get army, they will come. But now that thing business I can't have Peter said for them. So when they collected Jesus, they start carrying Jesus down closer. Peter said, I just thought I'm fighting business with all here there and tell you say I will be with you. You know, there are people who think that when the tough times come, you will exert all your effort to make sure that you battle the tough times together. They didn't know the kind of approach. Whether you will be a tolerant person to allow some things to go. Jesus, Peter didn't understand all of that thing. Jesus said, I'm fighting business we here for that. For real beating business, they must grab us, they must beat us, and allow beating you and myself will go through together. Peter said, you and myself are other contract. So Peter decided now to start giving a little distance. Because he felt that the other disciples then were looking at him, and they were looking at him. So he gave little distance to them. He acted like he went with Jesus, so that they were not think that, but Jesus, Peter said you were going to be. So all the other disciples stay at distance. And Peter went with Jesus, but was not too close to Jesus anymore. So he went close when they carried Jesus and started to touch her in the king outside to come look at Peter. Peter sit down there, they ask him a question. Hey, they may have one of the person. Well, he said, no, I will not tell. I will not tell me. I will not that they want the Unity Party people then doing here now. They want to be beggars. Now, they are now suffering. So as a result of that, some of them are even going as far as trying to delete from their Facebook account all the identifiers that we could identify them by. They are deleting it all over the place. So they are crying. And I issue, Chief. Somebody can cause their own problem, whatever it is. So don't hire here for nothing. You won't do it, you do it. Right? You can do your thing, and whatever it is, bear for it. Some of them want to go around, they can lower around, and they lie, say, you see that we don't want talking that thing there. And that is the problem with you people when we are talking to you people. So me, today, I'm a happy guy. Not that we're happy that the condition is like this, no, but at least we are happy that things are okay. Nobody can come to us and tell us this. I see some government ministries and agency trying to tell people that certain radio station you will not carry announcement to Freedom FM. Don't carry our business on the Freedom FM and say, look how they want them. When I be telling you, say we are prepared for this moment, you think we're joking? All the CDC government were here crying for commercials. Oh, you didn't know how that was? So, just think when we say we are prepared for this moment, they just think that y'all were depending on how many government officials they used to see appear on the show on the CDC. God prepare us for this moment. How many of them you could see them here in a your station that they used to be going on? Yeah. How many of their contracts, NASCOP, take their contract and they gave it to Joy, they gave it to other stations. Freedom FM did not have any contracts. We struggle out. So when your government agency, you're making no plan. You're just hitting your, in fact, any government agency that chooses to draw a line between us and them, you just kill yourself more. You're just killing yourself more the more. You're just destroying yourself the more. So if you think that what we depending on our commercial network candidates that you're asking all your journalists then that were working at True Freedom FM here that out there we are today. What are we used to get it? They were here working here. Y'all go ask them. Some of them they work here, they associated with us, they affiliated with us. So y'all ask them whether we used to get real special preferential treatment. In fact, our journalists then from here who are with you people today, they used to be bringing complaints and say that when we go to the mansion, when we go to president, they don't recognize us, they don't carry us. Freedom FM never used to be on most of the trace with president we are. But we were here working for our country. We didn't care about who, where, or whatever it is. No. So God was preparing us for that 6-year period for this moment. Because we'll have a heartless government that will come that will not care. That will target us and say, no, we're not getting business. We're getting business first. Double check the LRA. The LRA has several other stations all over the place that are doing business with Freedom FM and get business from LRA. I can rename them. Maybe the only government entity that got contractual relations with us, but I think just for a year or something like that is NAFA. And I want to say it got to be some kind of sister-brother relationship before it even was said. So it was not like suddenly like somebody say, oh, you're carrying down that I got these people that left power. So your thing, so wait, when we were detailing you say we are prepared for this movement, oh, so your thing we're getting extra money there from people and we're not getting it again. Hey, you're just here for nothing. It's just God training us for this movement and say, if you can't get it from people who supposed to give you it, and you are trained to live in your life without them giving you it, I'm training you for that. One more about now, that the people who you think they would never want to give you. So what can help people like us now? We are trained, we are cooked to this. We are cooked very much. That same someone used to take a salary from your pocket to be buying fuel every time. Will you not be saying anything on the radio and everything what it's going? And because of the kind of broadcast that we've got, other private turning and started giving business to another government. Today we are where we are. So you think we care about you? I beg you, yeah. We prepare for this moment. So any government agency or minister that tell the public relations officer, don't carry the freedom, you just hitting your head for nothing. We have survived in the absence of government sponsored support or progress. We've been on our own and we are staying here. God is carrying us. In fact, what God has even done in the wake of all these times, you will not even believe the kind of intervention God has made to prop us up to tell us, say, look, I told you I will be right beside you. What God has done now, you care to know how we stay managing? You care to know that? Oh, you think how we're managing? Same time, you're not working anymore. Whatever it is. But God has used another channel, and how it is working now for us. But you're just in a government, you're here for nothing, man. So why you be here for? Now you see, now you can know why Austin them talking the way they talk. Why can't them talking the way because we don't care. We're not already getting it. So what do we expect from you people? I beg you, yeah. I beg you. That kind of trash thing you were talking there, foolish thing you were talking. I beg you, yeah. That's someone you can what they call. I told all of you, I said, now you're in government. And You go to all the agencies that you claim that are government agencies. And you go check there. You're in government. Can you imagine you have gone complete years? You haven't posted anything about Abraham William. You haven't posted anything about Khan. You haven't posted anything with the name of Freedom FM Money with all the entity, because if we don't really giving your top time that the first entity is going to go and say, this is why the people then doing it yet, because you're not even post any of the thing there yet. You know why? Because they're not there. They're not there. You're not funny. It's not that it is hidden, no, because it did not exist in the first place. You can't. But how you look at a person like me who go to school, learn, know everything about what they call, I know that somebody who will be hungry in this country? Do I know that foolish person to be hungry in this country? You know the level, what kind of human being in there? So you see, that what can spoil you people in this country because you want more. And for some of us, the little God gave us, we are content with it. So we don't get time. Whether you get a skyscraper or you get this or you get whatever, that your business, you go on with it. I don't care about it. I'm never moved at what people get. They dry red, that's it. Sometimes I can live on bullet bound biscuit. They get bullet bound biscuit now in this country here now. And the bullet bound biscuit is here. You can get it for, I don't know what thing. I think $2 and I $2 what? $2. Yeah, $2. No, 250 LD. They say they get it now. So sometimes when I eat two, I drink my little water on it. I'm okay. Nobody will check in my stomach to see what are they seeing, what kind of food inside, fish, beating, wetting inside. And I get down for routine. I eat, the level we do now, we eat what we get. We don't eat what we want. We eat what we get. So we are here. So we think that God is carrying us. And that is why we are where we are. God is very much wonderful. You keep playing your lay jackpot, get a lay 20,000 and go by your business. These hungry bunch of people in this country will be a former hungry president. They're sitting there thinking that all is just, and the thing I always said to people is that never lie. You may achieve, right, your goal in lying, but you will not succeed in the maintenance and sustenance of that goal. So you achieve, but you will not succeed in the maintenance and sustenance of that goal, because the lies will always take you at that level, but the lies will never maintain you at that level. Lies will take you somewhere, but lies will not maintain you there. That's the thing about lies. So every time you are lying, then you see the lies will come and catch up with you. You're listening to the executive mansion again. They go respond to the private jet issue. What did they say? What did they tell you? They say that the Guinea-Bissau president sent the boy. When you see how the guy lie, that means I feel going ahead of them. Ever since I feel reading the website. In fact, the people send out their press release. When Boga was staying here in America, that when the people wrote that press release and stated that the president of the Republic of Liberia is expected to come to Liberia, is expected to come to Guinea-Bissau, and upon the invitation of the president, he's going to be coming to Liberia with a special flight. So that the president of Guinea-Bissau was sending our flight, they would have buried themselves in it to say the president of Guinea-Bissau has said they were coming to make themselves proud in it. In fact, they would have said a presidential flight. They wouldn't have just said special flight. Because special flights are chartered flights. They don't just call it charter flight. You can say charter flight. They can just say special flights. So if you are being invited by your colleague, because wherever Trump going or raping Joe Biden, they will say the man is Boeing, the Boeing Air Force One, blah blah blah, will be leaving from here. But they'll be describing the plane like carrying the president because it all borders on the security of the president. So if it is a special flight that they are going to tell you that. So they are lying now because lies have caught up with them. They are now using private jets. The very private jets, they complain and say all kinds of things to we are about. That the thing I catch up with them today now. Then they come out, they have press conference to lie. How long will you continue? That's why I say lies can take you up there, but lies can keep you there. Simple. Private jet, Wahara foreign at them. But who cares about that now? You can't lie continuously. Everything else catching up with them. If it were true, let me tell you now, let me tell you how to really know that these people lie. If it were true that the Guinea president was sending a flight, presidential flight, Bwaka would, at the time like asking that question about why you rode private jet, Bwaka would have said, well, I don't have anything. Even tomorrow, I'm supposed to be leaving Liberia. Like my own friend from Guinea-Bissau, I'm supposed to be going. Bwaka would have mentioned that. But do you know that they were hiding our whole trip? The way Bwaka left from here? They had the trip. That trip wasn't heading. They don't announce it. They would have, if they wanted to. Look, if they wanted you to know, there was something sinister about our whole trip. Something ran somewhere. Some kind of thing happened. Bwaka just wanted to give excuse why he was not in France. So they said you have to go to Guinea-Bissau. So it's not possible that you go to Guinea-Bissau. Now, Guinea-Bissau, that the worst country said Bwaka went to, useless country that the play Bwaka went to. So as a result, they were lying. Because if Bwaka was aware that he's supposed to be on a private, and he wanted the Liberians to know that a friend was sending him plane from Guinea-Bissau. Okay, so let's also agree that, okay, good. So let's come to the other part, right? Let us agree that Guinea-Bissau president sent a flight. He still catch up with them again. You see how? Oh, you want to ask me how he catch up with them? Okay, I can tell you how he catch up with them again. These are the same people when the CDC and the executive mansion was saying that we are friendly was sending him plane. They say it's not possible that lie. Nobody able. So that today, Guinea-Bissau president able to send Bwaka plane. And we are time. They were not able to send him plane. No friend could send we are plane. Who then Bwaka know? Most of we are friends that he work with. Let me tell you something that you didn't know. And we are supported. The current France president, Macron, he played for Marseille. He was in Marseille. And you know, we are played for Marseille. So that relationship was there. And when we are took over, the World Bank pressured we are into submission. Oh, the 40K the menacing here, but they say that the civil servants. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I see. I'll play again. I'll listen to you, you know. And the 40,000, yeah, they say 40,000 civil servants. Okay, I think that's what it is. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what they're talking about. So, in the first place, one of my students asking what did he really go for in Guinea-Bissau. I must say I don't even know what he went there for. But let's just agree that he went there. So, World Bank had threatened to pull out of the country because they are not going to be facilitating or directing other people donors fundings. IMF and so forth. They say they will withdraw their support from Liberia if the issue of the harmonization were not to be tackled. In fact, they didn't say harmonization was not to be tackled. They said they were pulling out due to some other constraints and things. I'll tell you a true story. Listen to how the whole harmonization business came up. So the World Bank was smart. They didn't tell you say harmonization. They didn't know. They didn't tell the government at the time about harmonization. They left it open. So they just told the government that we are cooling down on most of our activities here, and what it meant for Weah and his administration, already oil has drawn down. No donors support. Liberia was now experiencing donors fatigue because they were now tired of spending money in Liberia for 12 years. And they can't continue because most of the NGOs are already pulled out. So that these small World Bank, IMF, loan, all the kind of small things. So that people say, if we continue to make our presence felt here, it will be incumbent upon us to still be raising revenue and, of course, pumping people money into government. And we can't do that. So they threatened to have left at the time George Weah was just taking over. Now, two things was at stake. George Weah, you could manage your own state resources. You're able to raise the revenue and then manage on your own because Ome is already out and this is what is happening. But you could manage on your own. That's one thing George Weah was confronted with. The next thing George Weah was confronted with is if a World Bank slows down or IMF, they decide to slow down on their activities in Liberia owing to certain challenges and constraints that they foresee. Right? That will bring down the image and prestige of the government. So what George Weah did was, yeah, we want to raise our own money. Any of these people, we're not going too much into getting all the kind of thing. We're not going into it too much. So what we'll now do, because at time they were talking about Igbo map, how they going for this year, and so they put it, just look at it for now, they just post kind of freeze. They just threatening. You didn't know it. That is why it is. So what George Weah successfully did, you see that the whole thing boils down to contact again. So George Weah ran straight to Macron. He said, Chief, what you think you can do for me? These are people then say they want to move from down there, they want to do all kinds of things. And why? You got to help. Please learn to talk to some people. You got friends. And that's why we are friends. And what we had told Macron was this. We have said, because we didn't want to make Liberia to look like a country that can raise its own revenue and must be dependent internet or donor support or whatever it is, the loans. No. He cares the pride of the country, and of course, meeting the pride of the country by saying that, look, this will have a dent on the prestige and morale of my government. Because if I just took over and then people are trying to pull out, it has an effect on me. And you are afraid you can be right here, that kind of thing happen. So Macron told him, say, okay, you know what? I will make some calls. Don't worry. I'll make some calls. All I think you saw when we had Jomo, he said you were flying, going France. That the main thing I took in there. That the main thing I told we are there, the prestige of the country or the government and the prestige of the country would be hurt if these people were to leave. I'm speaking with real sound, credible government sources. So, at that point, we are left. Before we could come back, there was a meeting, immediately called. The World Bank, IMF, all of them, they came together. They sat the government, and now they knew what to hate on their head. They said, what is it you think we can do? Because we just received some calls, we'll try to reconsider. But what do we do? Now, how can now the people said, Governor, we speak, we can't be supporting you here. Now, how they brought a whole, you see how they smarter did it? They brought a whole harmonization thing in the picture. And said you have to do it. Because they won't think about the wage bill, and they can't work like that. So we have never had any alternative. We have said, okay, no problem. So you have to try there and tell us, look, we have to go on with this. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll still be able to go on with it. That had a whole harmonization business scheme. When you saw them writing to a big letter and say, oh yeah, you muster the courage. That other government couldn't muster to do XYZ. That was a difficult decision. But you see how the people got what they wanted? They were going. And you say, okay, yeah, can I talk? What do you want? They breathe something. The team business, they go for me, they want something for you to do something. Now, they're not going to tell you that for the team business they're leaving. They know that will not be a justifiable reason to leave. So they use it and say, look, due to XYZ, we try. He said, no, please, we're backing on one for you to stay. So what do we do? He said, okay, you know what? Let's get it here off. Let's do the one. Now, how you saw that whole harmonization business. Now, what you saw, the CDC government was in the good books of the IMF, the World Bank. They got a lot of loans, even the coastal road that you see leaving from Buchanan, going all the way. George Weah government signed all the road loans before. George Weah were in good books for the people because of the decisions. But you saw the letter that the country director for World Bank, as he was departing, a letter he wrote praising Samuel Toy for the critical decisions that were taken under Weah administration. You saw that letter, right? So you think they were in good books because they were now working. You see how it worked? And it was for the image of the country, maintaining the prestige of the country. That's how it worked. You don't have to lie. Look, Ayo said that Weah was incompetent, that what hardship was in the country, things were happening. Ayo said that Weah went and brought Kush. We don't know how Zumi entered, right? Good. Ayo also said that Weah business, there were no drugs in the hospitals because he was incompetent. There were no drugs were in the hospitals. Today, where are the drugs? That's not all. Today, as we speak, let me tell you the impact of the current decision of the government. It's not timely. Do you know that there's no petrol in the country? Gas. Go to gas stations and ask. When is this date? When is this date? This date. This is their phone network. And I will let them reference their own networks. Yeah, I let them reference their networks. You're playing your get away. We're about to do the first draw in our jackpot so that we can hit it. When was this release rating? When was this rating? This is their phone network that published this. This was rating, right? This was rating on the 8th of May, 2024. The 8th of May, 2024. This is even one contact. Passing around here and there. Joe, we are what to Macron and say, please talk to your people, make few calls. I just see that whole thing happen. And you seen it there by your abonne, and you seen it by your abonne. That's all right. What do you see there? So when was this thing rating? You just look at the first lines. We call that the lead in news. The lead. You just look at the first paragraph. Look at the first paragraph. Right? What did they say? LPRC rapages petroleum shortage rumors. Today, petroleum shortage is still ongoing from the 8th up to today. Today is the 17th. Tomorrow is going to be the 18th. 10 days we've gone now. The lies continues. You think you can run government by press conferences and just calling people? I said it is difficult for God. I kept saying that thing repeatedly before even the election. I said it's difficult for the government to lie. Opposition able to lie, but government you can't lie easy. You can be telling people say there is petrol. They not see. They got to go to the pump. When they go to the pump and the gas stations are telling them no gas, and you yourself, you know, you can't do nothing to the gas stations because you yourself, you don't have any gas, nothing to supply to them. So they are managing the little they have. If you see companies like Connex now start borrowing gas or buying gas from their friends, petrol trade. So you can now see that it's justifiable, it's glaring that there's no gas. So in a fuel in this country, right? So they did this, right? They did. And you are seeing it for yourself and you see it there. These are things that we think that amounts to the lies. It's hard for government to just lie. I didn't say government can lie. No, it is hard. You tell people say there is rice. Rice price has come down the market. They go buy the rice. They will know whether that's true. They will know. So why lie? If you say there's gas on the market, now what that is doing now, in fact, as I went for fuel and was coming to town, I saw along the road this, in fact, very few vehicles. You know why? Because the few of them are getting their gas inside. They don't want their head to be in traffic or whatever, they go and park. Versus the walking, no keke to help, so forth. So majority of the people now need to walk because these drivers will now have to bring all the gas and knowing that when they go to the gas station, somebody will tell them say no gas. You see where life is? So the problem is compounding by the day. The hardship is increasing by the day. The tough times are increasing by the day. So you'll find not just that keke not around or motorcyclists not around town, but you'll find people even walking beyond areas where motorcyclists were to, you don't see even motorcyclists wherever in the street, because you don't even find that anymore. So people are walking. That the people who competent are they the one there, so they can't calculate. They don't know how they are hurting their citizens. So as a result, you will not see more people coming to town, because the time it will take for me to be in the traffic before I reach to town at 12 o'clock. How much time I got to do business? So as a result, the guy goes back home with nothing. Go down to right here to the business center down here. Right? Go to the business centers down there. These are some of the things. The guys are struggling. People are struggling because the government does not have enemies out of this whole thing. They are feeling embarrassed. And they said those things were happening in this country because we was what? Incompetent. That's what they said. So you're who the competent people now. Why is it? Look at today. The Inspector General of Commerce cannot go out to work because you get one Lebanese guy who is now the head of commerce and they show his Lebanese descendants and brothers and sisters and told them that, look, nobody will come embarrass your businesses. You'll do anything you want to do. As a result, business, in fact, it is business more than usual. That's what I said. Because about time like this, Josephine Davis was all in the streets. You want to tell me that things are okay now? Because he's not having meeting with them. What will he be having meeting with them for? The people got to benefit. The people got to get money. He was able to rally the Lebanese, and I said it during the course of the campaign. He was able to get over 500,000 from them. United States dollars that supported the campaign activities of Joseph Yuman Boakai. I said that on the show. So you think how people will get that money back is for someone like Moda. Moda is one of them. How they call that thing? They said that they can be signing to that ministry there, that they can tell the people and say bring in I was gonna permit or something. Moda takes a put it on his wing because he knows exactly who to qualify to get what, protecting his Lebanese brothers and interest in this country against Liberians' interest. What intervention you have seen done in the commerce sector? Then you say when they're not giving money, they ain't supporting. Then you don't want to go. What kind of support you want? You got to regulate the sector. Do you know how many terrible things happen in the sector now as we speak? You're the most experienced people that not want to make people to suffer. That we don't want to suffer. Honor the most experienced people. And I can't be one of those persons said to suffer. For what? People like you. You're just embarrassed. Look at where our country is at the moment. Oh, you're telling America coming to get ready and be giving your thing. You lie to yourself. Yeah. You go sit down. Your friend is fighting for proving something to themselves, and yeah, there you passing around, acting like you begging all over the place. Tell you say that what we here for? You got a bunch of people who come and they just want to steal. Look at what happened. The group of people who came here, when you saw the traffic management group, the guy who get traffic management group, those guys came to George Weah and his team in 2018, 19 or so forth. They said they want to bring the police cars and motorbike. Then you know what they wanted in return? They wanted a concession in return for bringing ratty police cars, ratty motorbikes. They wanted concession in returns. We have said no. So when you bring a police car, then when you spot, then you go get your either put to mine or get your some kind of mine. Then what is it? Guess what they were able to get out of Joseph Boyka? 2 police boots. What the police boot they say? Can you imagine that the people there, all that boot you saw down there? So Joseph Boyka is giving concession to those people for the police boot. Then you see down there. So that thing then are not workable. So that what you see, he went there to dedicate it. It is not that he's just going to dedicate it because the money that behind it, the kind of people that behind that boot down there, that builder. Oh God, this country, the guys are rogues. When you say that, whatever. These are criminal activities that you are doing and robbing your nation. You rob your nation of its resources. So Gregory Carey in there, whatever it is, concession. You see, these are things that are hurting our country. In sound and responsible country, the kind of government will not end up easily. People will protest their way out. Because you can only allow the government quietly to finish its course if it is doing things. That's why you see in our constitution, they get impeachment, people think there. You can impeach. You think what about impeachment there? They say all power. Look, our articles are clear in the constitution. All power is inherent in the people. So the people decide to say, look, we can't continue to bear this. There are certain things you can't just bear. Especially when it's hurting you. Do you know that the word provocation can be the defense? And once it is proving that you are at peril, wherein extremely the only thing you have to do. Now, what you see, sometimes people tell you, say, I hit this man, I killed this man, I slapped this person, I did this out of self-defense. Self-defense is an affirmative defense. Yes, I did it. I did slap him. He fell off. I did it out of self. Now, for you to prove self-defense, you must have been at a place where that defense was the only option that was available for your survival. And there's nothing that you have used for the cause of law. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to go this way. And the only option you had was to attack back. And if you did the attack, whichever way it went and it resulted, you say, I did this out of self-defense. Do you know why they put that there? Because you can bear it. You can bear it and say, no, let you just slap me like, oh, go. Or then you can chop me, then you chop me, I will carry you into court. Or, no, but you coming down. How you say the man will chop you, then you say you coming. If you're able to overcome that man and deal with me, because you know that if you let that man to stay live halfway, he will still can kill you too. So since he wants to kill you and you are able to kill him, you kill him. Not at the law. Sorry that I'm talking too hard, but at the law. Then you use that as self-defense and say, because what? You can't bear it. Because bearing it means you may have a recourse or remedy. But if you can't bear it, you move for defense. Self-defense. Provocation is also a defense. And it was really demonstrated that you were actually provoked, and there's nothing else you could do but to just act in the form and manner you acted. Those are defenses in law. Why you think they put it there? Because the law is simply telling you, say, there are certain things you can't bear, and you must act fast, or else you are done. Because for you to bear something, you must have the ability to live to survive that thing, right? But if it may not lead to your survival, you can bear it. You earn it. You see some of the things. Now, what we can be telling you. In other countries where you see country like Brazil, other countries and the say, no, this government, we can't bear it because it will lead to our, no, we can't continue like this. Yeah, we could have bear it, but that is if it's at a level where we can learn to bear it. But once we can bear it, it's unbearable. Things are unbearable, you cut it off. The Bible said all that thing there so that when you're wearing it, you have to cut it off. It tell you say bear the pain with it. It tell you say cut it off. Did it tell you say bear the pain with it? No, because there is a cut-off point in everything that you go through. To the extent that if you're suffering from cancer and you're coming to EFO, the doctors will not tell you say bear it. They will tell you say cut it off right here so that the cancer does not enter the other part. There's a cut-off point. That's why you see in our constitution they left that briefing space and say, look, we can impeach your president. I'm not saying we are reached there. And I'm not saying that we can do that now. So you see some of these things? These are things that you got to start contemplating. Do you know how many you know in America they don't even joke with their lawmakers? Then when you are in a foolish way, the people move you. You don't get time for that thing. They get ready, they will take you from there. Anytime lawmakers, 1 minute year you get what they call, they get ready, they will move you from there. They tell you say you move from there. Because all power is inherent in the people. But if you have the people to be weak, lazy, they cannot, or whatever. I'm not saying politicians, you lead them. It is the people themselves. It is not just one person. Because if a CDC were to start anything now, I would not support it. Because CDC, you went to election with these people, you needed to fight them at the ballot box. You have all right to have challenged the election result, you decided to let go. So say you decided to let go, just bear it until 2020 something. Let the ordinary citizens themselves drive themselves and say, look, this is how we want our country, then we open a playing field. Let the politicians come. We will invite them. They are not going to drive. We don't want anybody to be seen as, look, CDC 14 Unity Party. That kind of thing there, I will not support it. Let it be the citizens driving themselves, taking responsibility. This is where the civil society actors, they have meetings. But now the bunch of compromised fellows that passing around here calling themselves civil society actors, you think sound movements and think that will demand and bring government to its knees? You think that politicians will do that? No. They lead, politicians will follow. They will take the lead, politicians will follow. Because we get potential, because for them, there are people who don't have interest in the power of the day. All they know is the instability of the country. That's all they care about. So they don't get time for that. So anyway, I talk about. So now I listen to my brother. I can't agree. Say the CDC need to stand up to do what thing? You can't stand up now. What are you doing? Anything you do standing up, it will look like CDC is fighting Unity Party, and you don't want to be seen like that. Don't think. Look, the thing that Unity Party did is what are haunting them today. You don't want to follow their path. That thing that they did that was haunting them today, you don't have to follow their path. You got to use a different approach. If they use lies to get to power, don't use that same lie because it is haunting. The thing is already affecting them. So because you just want power, no. You don't want power where you tend to lose it in just 3 months. You don't want that. That's why you are the hope. That's why you are the person or you are an institution to change the course of activities in this country. You got to act differently. The people themselves. All the protests, then you see people stationing, oh, where you see CDC hands, huh? That's CDC. The people themselves feeding their own pain. And they don't want talking their own talking and walking and doing their own thing all over here. Yeah, they are the ones that are doing it. Nobody cares. Nobody should say, any day I hear CDC people, what they call here, that thing I've been condemning it ever since. I said, I don't like to see politicians rallying people to protest. It's like, you just want to, no, let the people themselves decide for themselves. We don't want for Unity Party to see that they and CDC fighting. Second war, we went at the election, that was it, finished. Now it's the citizens, their own action. That is what they will do. That's how life is. So why you coming to be putting CDC people again? You feel like we're getting now 14 years. No. And I enjoy President Weah. He's quiet, living it. Look, let me tell you people something. The democracy we talk about in this country is not about one party fighting and the other one. No, not why it is. No, it is the citizens themselves. It is now time for the citizens to act. And they don't want feeding the pain. Yeah. So they want to act. They want to go, then leave it. That's it. The idea is you want to talk, but you're not going to rally them. You want to condemn it. This is not good. This is not how you're supposed to do this. That's all you can do as a party. You can't do anything more than that. So you can't. So I understand the frustration on the gray. Yeah, the CDC need to step up. How do they step up? There's no other stepping up again. CDC needed to step up at the ballot box. Any other effort is supposed to put to twat Unity Party was at the ballot box. They had the opportunity to challenge the election result. This is why they're supposed to stand up. In fact, they were government. When under their watch, Unity Party were doing all the disturbances here and there. Their own police people, they were allowing people to do routine and allowing them to go. It's done. Their own AFL commander then were leading Unity Party campaign. They saw it. They let it go. Let it go. Forget about it. Let it be the citizens themselves. That's all we can support. The citizens. The citizens should stand out here. You will hear me. I will support it 100%. If a CEC person can say that, hey, you didn't want to, no, I can't do that. I can't, I can't run me and lick it. I can't tell you, say, in the time past, it was very wrong and not in the good interest And it looks like a fight between parties when I saw politicians leading protests. I always say that I condemn it. And I'm not going to support it today because I think that it is unity party in power. That does not speak. You see, anything somebody did and you see that they're not even succeeding, why would you want to do the same thing? So I want to be asking some of the guys who are taking in drugs. You taking drugs. Now you stay normal, like the way normal AB like they normal. Then I saw my friend who all were normal before he passing around picking paper. And he said, what do you mean to pick paper? He said, I drug. The AB who is here is normal state will decide to go take the same drug because that is God. That's what you got to ask yourself. What is United Party benefiting from that strategy and everything they put in place? Are they benefiting anything from it? The party and the government is scratching by the day. They are scratching in deceptions. They are scratching in lies. So you want to follow that same pattern. How do you turn lies into truth when you are now in power? It does not work. Their own lies catching up with them. That's recipe for dissatisfaction against them. Do you really need to find another lie again to add to the lie? No. Everything people catching Unity Party on here are their own lies. It already haunting it. So you want to go lie too on them? No, don't lie on them. It is the truth that haunting the lies. So it is the truth versus the lies now at play. So you either choose to be on the side of the truth, like you are always being, even when you are in government, or you choose to follow the path of the lies and begin to compound lies. Yeah, propaganda. Propaganda, yeah, there must be some substance of truth in it. But these people were lying. They were lying. So the only thing the CDC can do, put your apps together. Like you saw Snow and other people, NPP people, they say they're coming together to put their set together. Yeah, no problem. That's what people do. Do and put your set together. It's just that the only problem, little problem I have with them, which of course I can foretell that they may not go anywhere. Because all the faces you see down there have been people who have been part of Liberia's problems in time past. They have never demonstrated anything that they have brought any change. So it was the CDC that was that face of change. And the CDC led up to that? Yes. There was some transformation that took place. Josh Weir is the only active politician now who is not member of the old order that can be blamed into the past as to what happened in this country. So, and he stays in a political space. So when that kind of man is still existed, where even current conduct of the current government is still making him politically relevant, then you people of the old order, who are quote unquote can be traced to things of the past, and we can you go together. But again, could be a good political move. You don't want them to what they call. But Weir is the understanding person with legacy, living legacy that you can see. They will never mention anything that war to him. No. Today, all the comparison people having now is comparison between Weir and this, that. In fact, we have fresh memories continuing to rise up on a daily basis. Because Weir did not hide people in a way that they will say, when the real campaign starts, you will see some of the people that come here, you will start hearing their dirty deeds. Is that, because they were with the CDC, that's why you see people were not talking much. Yeah, you are a Zogo, but because you're in your party, people don't see you as Zogo. That's how it looks like. So when all of them bank up together, then you will now start seeing people start what they call them and start identifying their past. Start tracing them. The wealth you got, where you got it from. How in what way have you been of impact to the Liberian people? Then they grab Weir where you are, what impact you have. Then they put impact and impact together, you are nowhere to match Weir. You see some of the problems. So you don't want that kind of comparison, especially where we are now. So it's a mood, yes. MPP can go, LPDP can do whatever they want to do. Yeah, it's good. They can be strengthened by themselves, no problem. But again, they got to watch out for what lies ahead, because that time will come. But it's not now anyway. So you don't want to, you don't want to, and I don't want to. Okay, can't do my draw for my people there, man. Let me can't see who all that waste money to and agenda. I put a guy see, we can see who all that we something here quick. The 20,000 is up for grass. So coming to get it now. Can't do my draw. Let me can see some of my people there. Oh, that can what it go. Yeah, I can see. So you see some of the problem. So those are the things that are confronting the country now. You can't lie as a government. The private jet, you're struggling with it until you lie. Anywhere you put it, it still get problem. We agree that the man gave you it, yeah, no problem. But you also told us that it was not possible that people could give we are private jet too. But I only you, it can be possible for another problem again. So anyway, you're putting, you won't lie, it just catch up with you anyhow. Today, rice is at a free fall. It just there by itself. It just fly any kind of way it wants to fly. Transportation is now becoming a serious hurdle in the city center, the hub of business transactions. So for somebody to make a significant impact in business during the day, you must wake up maybe about 4 o'clock in the morning and you start walking to town. Start walking to town 4 o'clock so that you will come and do your business. But if you say you're waiting to wake up at 7, you're going to be trapped in the traffic because everywhere you pass, there is checkpoint. So meaning even the people in compliance and all are suffering. So if you register your car, you get all your documents, you will suffer. The man who not register your car because you're suffering. Everybody's suffering. People, everyone else will suffer. So what's the essence? What incentives do we get for being in compliance? What incentives do we get? Nothing. All of us stuck in the traffic. All of us will go to work late. Nothing else we are benefiting. That is what Liberia is. Gosh, this country. So you see where we are, and you're going for the weekend, huh? You'll go for the weekend, you'll see what I'm talking. Bwaga and a group not coming up with any policy prescriptions. Bwaga had launched about 3 executive orders. He just used executive order uselessly. We are used all his executive orders that made significant impact in the market. There was no executive order that we have passed that did not make impact. We have passed executive order for electrical appliances, blah, 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 because he believed that the LC poles that they were planting to put street lights. Where are those street light projects now? They're not passing it again because Julie more than think that the previous government, the people who administrate there, they collected money from the other company, so the company area, so they're not going to invest money in. You see the kind of steady mentality that in them. That's why you see most of the projects will not continue. Because they think that the previous government contracted people for the street lights. So as a result, the previous government, the people who contracted them are already eating their own money. So as a result, they're not going to put any money inside again. So those street light project is dead. All those projects are totally dead. You will not see them go anywhere. Gosh, this country, I'm enjoying the country. You know, today I just going around. I brought my pickup glad down good because first, you know, the time CDC were in power. When you say somebody truthful things, they say, oh yeah, you show your tears out. You show your tears out. You see who suffer. Today I can laugh now. I don't know why I would say about it now because I still showing my tears out, and I will still laugh. In fact, I will laugh the more. It's not that I'm laughing at people who suffering, no. But it is that I'm free now to laugh. I'm free. I used to just be happy. People get ready, show your tears out. My family used to be the target, and I hear you walking, you're coming to school, you're this, that, here, and there, you will see what will happen. Today, my family is still better, and it will be better because where I am now, Lord, somebody who Lord Mumu that will come to my family to suffer, I'm begging you. You just have to hear for nothing. If I be down for you, whether you allow, I finish equip myself. God had already prepared us for this moment, and I keep saying this one thing over and over. You people don't get it. When I'm your hungry minister, some of your ministers when they appear before or when they see yourself, they can say, "Check man, the guy won't Hey guy, look at the man, look at the man appearance. Look who he is. Look at the kind of car the man get. Look at the kind of man. Look at the guy. You look at what the yeah, minister, then the hungry one that are passing around. No disrespect to them. And let me tell you something that is true before we get to the lines. The current finance minister, you got to pray for him. And it is true that perhaps something not just right. Sources are even hinting, credible family sources, they are hinting that the man so now he can be talking to his church. To say somebody who went off, what they call it, something is wrong with the finance minister. So when you hear people talking about it, say voodoo, yeah, it could be possible, but I don't know whether it's voodoo. But he's not just okay. That's why you saw a deputy going down there to go to 100-day delivery and got to where they get access 74%. He put a trash. Now you go get access 74%. So it's true. And if it is true that voodoo playing down there and voodoo work on him, he's not careful. It's better if it is voodoo that he thinks it is voodoo. Because there's a man who was sound enough, sitting down way on spoon, be criticizing the government, yeah, that now. something enter inside here and start playing with it and to be challenging here so that you're just talking, I don't know, in a kind of zombie fashion, and then whatever it is, it should be concerning to all of us. So let's be all to pray for it. You have play Sonny Gay. We are coming to call your number there now so that we go on here. I'll get time for all the things and open again. Star 7.5, and then you go on to star 7.5. Yeah. Then you go on to blam 7 blam. You get that straight. You got to get 200 or 150 in your phone. So I'm about to call the first batch of people. Right? So that we go on. Me, I'm talking my own now. I'm not getting about that thing you're gonna be talking to. I've been away. Me, I've been talking my own already. You gotta pray, and we think that we gotta pray for him. Yeah, he's a smart guy anyway. And so I think it's good. And we gotta pray for him anyway. And so I think it's very much good that we really pray that good things happen for him. I think it will be good for all of us. Yeah. You know, sometimes you don't pray for evil to befall people because evil is not good for anybody. So let us keep praying for him. Yeah, that is good. All right. He's not too active. Perhaps something is just wrong somewhere. So if you had played throughout, keep your phone on. We will call you, and when you pick, then you automatically can be qualified to be the winner of the day. So let me call this one here, and 922 445. Wow. So let me get on to this person. We're about to get to the lines, but bagada baby. The 20,000 jackpot. How you doing?
I'm fine, bossy.
Oh, look at that guy. I let the cat out of the bed too soon, man. You say what did wrestle, man? Hi, wrestle, man. What do you have in the motorbike? Yeah.
So we will not believe in Joe Bakai. We want for me I pray for the worst thing to happen.
For what?
I mean, I want for the Unity Party to know what's up. We just also read to ATR and tell you know like,
ATR. Is it when you reach to ATR then you can do it high? All right, congratulations. You won the 20,000 jackpot, and what is it called? What's your name again? Morris?
Yeah, Morris Bank.
Morris Bank or Banks?
BANKS.
Oh, Banks. Okay, you related to the Phillips and Banks?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow. Like your first time winning you.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, he's in my bad restaurant. Yeah, that's the jackpot. So you can play star 7.5, and then you just go on and hit a 7. You're not going to 11 this time. You're going to hit a 7, then you hit enter. Then it goes on. That's how it works for us. So let's go to 086 and 752291 and 2291. All right, so let me get on to this person. I'm about to pick your calls. Don't worry, your calls are here. They show you, boy. Old people will try to get there. We are getting there. The person is teaching for the whole campaign. Hello, how you doing?
Papa.
Fine. Okay, Abraham, we are here. How you doing, Papa? What may be your name too?
Jones Master.
Jumo Master?
Yeah, Jones.
Oh, Jones Master.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Brilliant. You played a jackpot today?
Yeah, I played Jackpot today.
How many times you played?
I played 4 times.
4 times. Wow. All right. So, Mr. Marsha, and I want to say congratulations. You won the 20,000 for the day for playing 4 times.
Thank you, AB. Thank you. I've got you.
Easy there now. So easy there now. Easy how God get work. So you see there now, and you see the money that you're going to collect now. What do you want to do for me too? Because I don't want to call you to break this news.
I will say you cut. I will say tomorrow.
Thank you, man. All right, congratulations, Jones. No, God, thank you. Okay, thank you. Keep it. Because when Hash really strike by the time we come for that cap, but now, okay, small.
Thank you, Baba.
All right, congratulations. All right, so Jones got it as well. So I'm going to the third. Then we get to your phone lines and then start your stuff. So Jones, you will try to get it. The 2 persons I just called, you will see the money hitting your account, and when it does, and you should be able to call me back to tell me that I did hit your account. So 055 5090 090 778. All right, and 555 All right, so let me just see it. The reason I'm calling these numbers in the form of fraction, some people just believe that only 0AA or 0AA or whatever it is, or only whatever can win. No, that's not what it is. They don't do it like that. It's not like that. It's just an MTM number. What is registered in the system, it works. And for anybody who's there. So like you hear, I'm calling this other person in the back. You can hear the phone ringing. And I hope the person picks, because picking is the criteria set for you to be confirmed as the winner. If you don't pick, we pass by you. And then we go to the next person. And then we got to do another draw again to get another people in queue. And that is how it works. So we're going back to this person again to check on them. And on this person to see what happens. Right? Yeah, brilliant. We are right here tonight on this very day. We are forever grateful to the Almighty God. We are right here beaming with life and that of good. Okay, this person picks finally. Hello.
Yeah.
God really bless you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm ready to power you.
No, don't try it. Don't try it.
All right, congratulations. Your name?
Mercy Bishop.
Mercy Bishop. Can you imagine you have a godly last name? Yeah, Bishop. So Mercy Bishop, you played the jackpot today.
Yeah.
How many times?
I played 5 times.
5 times. So there's 2 times 5 is what? How much you play with that? 1,000?
It's 1,000.
I say 1,000. So 1,000 now. So congratulations, you won the 20,000 instead. yeah, Mercy. I know. Yeah. So Mercy, thank you so much. We appreciate. Yeah, but it was so hit your account. The ego was so hit. The real big ego was so hit your account. Okay, it should be there now. All right, so it ends with she has the 555 number, and Mercy is celebrating. All right, so let me get to the lines and start talking to you. Let's mix it up and as well, which is good for us. A female line, quickly. Hello, how are you doing? Hello. Let me get to this female. Hello. Why would this person who on like this? It's not one of the winners. Sorry, and it's just a line that we have here. So let me get on to this one. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir. Yes, sir.
This is Man of Faith calling from
Pennsylvania. Great to have you on, Chief. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, thank you, brother. You see, sometimes I call on your show from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I told you that when the government sit and people start to get in position, the killing will be too much with juju at just the beginning. I said it before.
Yeah, you said that.
I just want to just give you that clarity for it, because if busy man taking care of foreign affairs and you bring pastor man, who will bring the young food there. If man taking care of triple, you come there with different tribe, they will do something to you. That one. But I just want to inform you that the problem we facing with the Liberia when it comes to job agreement, prices going up, you can't blame the business people. We have to blame those that are seeking opportunity like advocate, our senator, our representative. They are the most evil people for us.
Yeah.
Number one, look at Aslam Meta there. Aslam Meta, the people that working, the renting house from Aslam Meta. If you renting, you know that?
I don't know. You you just telling me?
Working and the renting for Aslam, check it out. Because of that, most of the workers then leading from Yekepa running to San Nicolas to stay. Why should it be like that?
Okay,
and they
that's
carry
bad.
yellow machine for the boys then to drive.
Wow.
And they're telling the people say that dump truck. You carry yellow machine, say that dump truck. They don't want to pay that food.
Wow. So we'll check on that. We'll check on that which you just said as to what the renting. I just thought to build those areas for them, and like Firestone, like would do, they just put them in it. And we are even complaining about the kind of structure that they were in, host in. Hello, how you doing?
Morning.
Yeah, how you doing, Chief? Go on, let's listen to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me this morning. I'm Richard Yossi, and I call from Australia.
Yeah, Yossi.
Baby, we told the people. You know, let me tell you something. I'm calling for the final minister.
Yeah, Burma Kamara.
Burma Kamara. No food is using him. The load that Samuel Tunga was used, that was towing. When he was setting us on TV, he couldn't load a big load.
Okay.
You understand me? The load is heavy. No food is using a ball. The ball get in the office, he don't know what's going on. The sacrifices that two of them were making to make that country better, where they were insulting them or were using the Liberian people, using the media to insult the guys. That brain that is on him right now, he gets in the office, he not even know what's going on. People say, oh, voodoo, now no voodoo. He not know what he's doing. Working to the pen and working as a finance minister, are two different things. When that man took over as a finance minister, that time you didn't the party coming already going out. For 12 years, people still in that country. When President Weah came, he had to take 3 years of his administration to settle all the stealing they put in the country. When they were coming back to power, they thought it was business as usual. But things have changed. They've been stealing. I know that they are stealing now. But you know what happened, Eddie? The thing here is, they have to steal from procurement, but not from policy.
You're
You
right.
understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah, before when we just take money, just go and take 1 million, 2 million. Our in that country, I was saying Zion. When one of my colleagues, I will not call his name, stole $11 million.
What?
For finance ministry. I'm telling you, 11 million. That means you should come on Zion Temple. I remember you put them. That means you come on Zion. That was the big ball on Zion Temple. That ball flew out of that country. Nobody tracing. That ball went to Germany. That ball the biggest bullshit on the temple. When I met back a car for finance ministry, when you work in finance ministry that time, you're not a small person. Baby, let me tell you something. The thing is a business.
Wow. Yeah, we can owe you that. And let me say congrats. Let me say thanks to Mr. James Lamy, aka Fat Boy, in Sano County, and that's in government camp in Sano County. He's always fighting and making sure that his show is relayed. You know, everyone trying their own way, some kind of way. I think our 9090. Okay, the person must have gotten the money already. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah,
Is Elena already. Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you. At least, thank you so much. Yeah. So the third person just confirmed that indeed the money has landed in her account, and there she goes celebrating. All right, so let me get on to the next caller right here on this dial. We are certainly getting there. With God being on our side, we will certainly overall prevail. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, my
I'm doing fine, boss. Go on, let's listen to you, please.
Yeah, my name is Boy, and I call you from New York.
Yeah.
Baby, thank you for the show, and congratulations for your effort and making me all proud to be at least a council and attorney. Yeah. And we appreciate your effort.
Thank God, my brother. Yeah, thanks for the moral and whatever support. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. But one thing I want to say to you, Eddie, our people, Liberian people, we do history, or we study history, and we study what? Social study, right? But guess what? But we do other things in school, but we don't follow history. What do I mean? Look at you talk about electricity and you talk about street light. Under the Unity Party-led government, 12 years ago, they received $340 million to build a hydro. They repaired a hydro. They didn't build a hydro, they repaired a hydro. That they do some money for. They ate the balance money. You finish build a hydro, in future the hydro couldn't work, no current. Under the United Party, there was no stable current in Liberia. Every day current of people protesting all around. LEC only afford to buy meter before, and I talk about transformer. All those things was not there. Monrovia and Liberia was dark under the United Party-led government. Under the United Party-led government, they were running after motorcyclists all over and killing them at the time AB Kuma was doing that. Those records are there. Our people went to the election. They know that United Party brought about down something that killed many people because they put some people down and some other people died. So they went to the election. Those people got a terrible record. You're not doing your study on that. But I follow their history. We elected them. Guess what? Today, we cannot get a stable current in Liberia again. No, that way you don't be like people coming.
My brother, you are even talking with the exception. You see, like I was talking about the French president that the president had to go to talk to him in that manner. There's somebody who was a fan, especially when we was playing for Marseille in France. Now, the same we again had to walk to the Ivory Coast and talk to the Ivorian president.
I was coming to that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you know what? Those guys went to Ivory Coast to ask Ouattara. But you fail to realize that Ouattara got a record. Ouattara knowing that man is not a good old man. He's a betrayer in chief. That when you do good for him, he pay you a back. So when they went to Ivory Coast, they decided to ask the Ivorian government to give them time and give them the currency so they will find the money to pay. What I look at the man say, but if you can look at a certain president who gave you life when you were dying, he brought you back to life. No certain president will do that for an opposition. That man, you betrayed him. You deny him from entering on the presidential law that he built. That you, if I do good for you right now, will you come by and pay me in return? You must say you even fight to come. This civil law my country. So
that's true. The man you want to put rebels together, you have to enter Aragos to go take that man from power. What can you want to do that?
Don't pay that money. If you can't pay that money, no current. What they did when it came to Liberia, they lied to the people. Say 1 week from now, the current will be on. We have settled that with the Ivorian government. I mean, we now go.
Lead the people. The man has no contact, no credibility, no trust, nothing. The people you say, oh, Braga is statesman. Braga is getting integrity. What kind of integrity you get? Nobody trusts him.
He say, I don't know now. Why you can't go to UK so they were happy?
I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
You know what I want my brother to do? The motorbikes, those guys, they're listening to me now. Y'all go back to union people. Y'all take all your bags from in the street, from in the community, and pack it. Y'all pack your bags. Send the can't to ride anywhere in the community, in the street. Y'all pack your bags for 1 or 2 weeks. Let the country be like that. Nobody can get me to get to work. Nobody can get me to go to school. At the end of that, the only thing you can do, you saw what happened in France, the Yellow Jacket movement. One of the guys stand and they were asking and the police listened to them. Everybody quit the job. And the city was on a standstill. That's why they need. They
go even elevate by saying that nobody will plow the street too, and we can't plow the street. Everybody will plow. We are let it go that way. Could you imagine? Yeah, thanks so much, and Representative Jones, and he even reminded me that we also have a friend in the Arab Republic. The man was going begging people all over the place, using his contacts to talk to people. He goes to the guys, they ask him questions. What worker going? What can I get one contact? He goes to Macron. Can you imagine? Macron will tell you, what is it you really want me to do for you? He says, well, you're my friend. You know, we can be friends. You allow my country to go like this. You get all the contact. We did not go to America to talk to Biden because he has no relationship with Biden. He didn't talk to Blinken because he had no relationship with Blinken. The only time he saw Blinken, who was craving to see is after his son played for America and scored that goal that day. And that was all. So he walks up to a friend. He goes to the UAE where he played football, visited the people training camp, talking to kids. That football he go play. The man went to a friend to go talk to friends of man. They don't use to play football like you got to help me. We can't sit down like this. The people were coming to build this Bali Island. These fake people who don't have vision. They say, Allah, the Bali Island, but I pray one day. Somebody was telling me something that we are saying the Bali Island, whether he president or not president, it will be built. You know why we are targeting this Bali Island? Because it is attached and close to Gibraltar, where he lived. And that's his dream. Somebody told me that. They said we are working on it. He said he will use a friend, talk to them, that Bali Island will be built. Whether he president or not president, that dream will be achieved. And he get friends who are willing to stay with him. And in friendship that brother even get where he pass here, right, Harry to get him play, he's steady for himself. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
Hey, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
This is Abraham calling from Illinois, man, USA.
All right, boss. Let's hear from you, Nisi.
Man, thank you for the show, man. Man, I get friend. I get you for a friend play Guinea Bissau.
What is brought from there now? Because when you go to your friend for doing something, he go give to the man, all the man give to him. Who give to who?
Hello, I just said I love it. Oh, first of all, let me say, my former boy, Boma Kamara, I pray for him.
Yeah.
I pray that the speedy recovery. You know, that for that ministry, like Brennan in 2006, I can tell all the United Party people that are friendly with. Like Brennan in 2006, when Marasedi, when the king in power, you know, the people were just talking money at Liberia. It's a different ball game now. You gotta do your own thing. You're not easy, brother. So I pray for the brother, but I got friend. I'm gonna just give my Guinea Bissau.
Man, I can't know about it, man. Our brother will be walking Amara's contact. Could you imagine? Is that not shameful? The Amara contact, then you gotta be dependent. Look at that kind of thing there. The thing is too shameful. It's too gosh. God.
Well, I call Amara bad now.
See you, man. Let's talk about our president, man. The man are president. Don't do it, man. The man are something from friendship drought. The man get friend. Lina Thomas review like your friend. Hello, how you doing? You got it, stop?
Yeah, I get it. Thank you, sir.
All right, we thank God. Let me go another one again. Shortly, at least 3 persons confirmed. Wow, these guys are great. So let me go to the 4th person now. As we are going on, it's very much we are getting there. God bless us, we'll get there. And then it. So I will keep doing it because the number is too much here. So let me just try with it once I can do. We're gonna go to a friend of Guinea Bissau. Yeah, air contacts. Contacts are important. Contacts are important. That's what you do. Look, hungry people there. What they call? You go meet Kosovo. He's a Kosovarian beggar president. You go back, Kosovo. Kosovarian beggar president. You got no contacts. So Katuma, when you will play in your husband contact, your husband already struggling for contact. When you will get a contact to go build something in Bomi County, because I'm so you can build something. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Papa, how you doing? You getting me?
I get you.
All right, this is Ibrahim. We are here talking.
I'm the way Modesco too.
That bang?
Modesco.
Oh, that bang Modesco.
Yes.
Okay, calling from. Let me say, talking to me from where?
In Nimakante.
Wow, that bang, great. You see, where there in Nimakante, I can tell you something. You ever play our jackpot team today?
Yes.
How many times you played?
2 times.
2 times. Could you imagine? Okay, congratulations. Just now as I speak, you're about to receive 20,000 in your phone. Yeah? That last name. What's your last name?
Legbei.
Oh, Legbei.
Yeah.
So the first name is what?
Modesco.
Oh, Modesco Legbei. Okay, Modesco Legbei from the County. Okay, thank you, Modesco. We appreciate the 20,000 is about to hit your phone now as I speak. You're getting that all. So let me go. That might fit. We imagine from way there. Oh, you do bring some to me now. So you see some of the money there when you're getting it, bring it to me so that we can share. Yeah, we can share. No, I told you to keep my own yet because things not really tough yet. We gotta reserve it. So now you can't be collecting from everywhere. You gotta reserve and some friendship. You gotta reserve some friendship. So the man just got his stuff. I don't know why all the callers, nobody going together with. Hello?
Hello?
How you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
This is Abraham William.
I'm 2 minutes more on
Carpentry, Maggie County?
Yeah.
What kind of sound behind you there? What are you listening to? What are you listening to?
I listen to Eddie William.
Oh, okay, good. You ever played the jackpot today?
I played 6 times today.
6 times today. So let me now announce you as a lucky winner. You got the 20,000. Congratulations. Yeah, we thank God for that. We thank God. It's about to hit your account. All right, it's about to hit your account. So the name again?
I'm Timothy Smoke.
Timothy Smoke. Did I hear you say you used to doubt it?
Other people can doubt me when I'm talking about it. You know, I'm saying, freedom and so on. When I say like it's real, they say it's not real.
Oh. Thank God you put the radio on loud. All of them listening to me, you and myself talking.
I got all my friends about me.
So when the money hit your account, please show it to them. Huh? Say you had a message here. Jenna, you can hear your account, show it to them.
Okay, yes.
All right. Congratulations. So it's in cotton tree. There, he got it. And that's the 320. You got that one? The last 3 digits. Eh? Okay, good. Yeah, so let me pick my other call on it again because we are certainly getting there. Yeah, we are getting there. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, AB.
Yes, sir. This sounds like Yandro.
Yandro from New Jersey.
From New Jersey.
You know, you say it all. People say Boga get contact, and you just talk about contact.
Yeah.
Somebody came from America and even make a reference to that.
Okay.
Boga get contact. Let's see the number of investors that pour it into Liberia. Let's see it.
You're right.
Prince doesn't went to Nima and say, Boga, job we did not create job, it didn't bring investors.
Mm-hmm.
The number of jobs that have been created, the factory that is building in Nima, saying Boga became president, they will relate to that. Among the G7 nation, the G7, the industrial large country around the world, call them the G7 nation. France is a member. The president is our personal friend. The Arab country that are the rich country because of petroleum and other things in the world.
Yeah.
UAE is a member. Georgia is a president, is a friend to the UAE leader. Let's see who knows Waka. I argue with one Unity Party man on Facebook, on a post. Blah, blah, blah. He said Waka went to White House. If Waka ever went to White House, he went under the shadow of Ellen Johnson as president. Let Waka go to White House in his own shadow.
Yeah.
In his own shadow as president. Let's see it.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia was taken to White House by Joe Biden when he came for the U.S.-Africa head of state meeting. He and Joe Biden standing in front of Joe Biden's desk. I get a picture on my phone with Joe Biden's desk behind them with a flag. They say, Joe, we are not been to White House. I want to appeal to you, if you get a video of that summit when the United States Secretary of State, Tony Blinken, introduced Georgia to current state, the emphasis he made on Georgia, if he made it on any African state. I want you to play that thing on your show one day. That he wanted to see we are in Qatar, he never had the opportunity when I was lucky to see we are. I wanted like people to hear it. Play it one day on your show. The kind of global outcome we get. No leader in the world that will say they don't know Joe we are. And you're trashing down because of hatred and brought calamity on our country. You will feel it for the next 6 years. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. And you just talk about it. Let me run ahead of the Unity Party people. They will not steal anything away. In June, Liberia, for the first time since 1961, Liberia is about to have a seat on the Security Council. That seat that Liberia want to get, now Joseph Boga put it there. I am about to read you or communicate in which George Weah, again, you see, this country is not an easy country. You know, George Weah is a smart guy. Let me share with you something. I may not be right about the story. Let me share with you something that George Weah did. So, they are going for this ECOWAS regional head of state meeting. They play whole day Boga saying going to the sub-region to go talk to a friend. At that time, it was Weah's time, Liberia's time to take over as the head of state for ECOWAS. So, Weah looked at it and decided, knowing that an elderly man in Nigeria has already taken over as president and so forth, Weah said, you know what? I will just pray and talk to my colleagues. You know, the man is, let me get respect among your colleagues. He said, though it is Liberia that's supposed to be the head of the chairperson of ECOWAS now, the head of ECOWAS now because it's transition son anyway, right? So he decided to give it to Nigeria. He said, let us give it to the old man. So the old man took the ECOWAS leadership. Now, in their regional meeting, we have decided to fight for a seat for the Security Council, thanks to Dimas, Kemea, and team. So they decided to fight for it. They made the case. So if somebody already gave it out something, and that way, so every other countries now in the region, they decided to what? Agreed. They say, okay, send that is it. We'll give it. So there's a committee. Let me get an asset of it because in June, Liberia will go Security Council. The Bwaka will say that they don't want make it happen a lie. I'm running ahead of Bwaka them now. I'm telling you what may happen in June. So there's an excerpt that was shared with me by the attendants, and I put it. They said in Count D, the International Cooperation on International Statutory Positions, numbers 46 and 47 of the final communique, the July 9, 2023, 63rd ordinary section of the Authority of Heads of State and Government held in Bissau, Guinea-Bissau, and each page initial last. You listen to that? And documented signed by His Excellency General Umaru Sissoko Mbalo, the authoritative head of state and government of ECOWAS, the highest decision-making body of ECOWAS, unanimously endorsed, approved of the Republic of Liberia as the sole candidate of the ECOWAS, representing the ECOWAS region for a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council for the period 2026-2027 at elections to take place in June 2025. So in June 2025, when that election, so what will happen? Like, we're obviously going to get our seat. You know why? Because normally it's a tradition that when the region you come from, no contestation there, everybody agree as a block to say there is the man who will represent us. At that election, you're going to get it. So in 2025, Liberia is going to get a security seat. Why? Because George Weah has already secured that place for Liberia. You don't can't take it. Now why you're running ahead of it so that you don't go take it. You don't go take it. It's not for you. Brother has no contact. He did nothing. Right? I just want to share that one with you because everything they want to steal, he doesn't have any contact. Liberia is going to have something that we have never sat on before since 1961. We'll be achieving that. And they will want to be running away with it. That's lie. We have already secured that because a unanimous decision that was reached by the team owing to the excellent leadership exhibited by Weah to say, look, Tinubu can take. They're the Nigerian president. Let's take. This is what we have agreed to, and unanimously, we would take Liberia as our sole candidate to go for that seat. I want you to listen to the thing I just explained you. People have been talking about things, be talking with facts, so y'all go and check it. Y'all go and check it there, and see it. Right? Good. So we are certainly getting there. Me, I'll be telling you all of the things. Any information I got, I'll share with you. And I want to know. No people, they will not lie. They will not steal anything. They will not steal anything. They will make their own make. If they don't make their own make, will undo their do. So that is what it is. So just be understanding these things, then we can be talking. So let me see right here. Let me get on. Sorry, the code is *7#. You can keep playing even if I should leave because the calls in segment too much. And so we think that is very much good that we are certainly getting there. So let me get on to this caller right here on this die. So the *7#, and we are certainly getting there. I will do the other calls shortly as well, and as soon as I got the time. So this communication, I will share it, and I will share everything that inside it in all the group chats so that people will not run away with it. I tell you, seriously. So, and let me get to this caller. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, baby.
Yeah? Hey, Mavote, let's hear from you, mommy. How's everything?
I'm fine.
I saw President, we are somewhere and say, I'm going to tell you, man, CC, oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you, hello, yeah. He can be listening to you.
Today, our only entry and saw that people walking together, welcoming. I want to ask the security today. I say, wait now. So what can we get another war? Don't get all over there. My child is not a good war. Why are you getting open next on again? So I only want more that we are in Sony. Now even for any good river. Yeah, man, we're walking. When the people are in fact of okay, they go there. Only let me tell you, contact on the water.
Okay, contact.
If people went to a contact, on the water. Water gain a few people. The people gain them fair. Yeah, Eddie. When that daughter said it wasn't yet happening, because nothing that was shown to the people. They are failure already, my son.
Wow. All right, thank you. Let me get a Prince Sheriff. Prince Sheriff, what's up? How's everything with you, boss man?
Yes, sir. I am doing great.
Okay.
Let me start by saying congratulations, AB, for
You're most welcome, man.
another, great achievement for us.
I know, right? Thank you so much.
This is a victory for the masses. This
I
is
know.
victory. So
I know.
want to say thank you so very kindly.
Amen.
And
thank you.
Prayers are always with you.
All
God
right.
should reach you to the zenith of your desire.
Oh, yeah. Amen. Thank you.
Again, I want to say hi to all Liberians who continue to support, this worthy cause, especially on this platform as it relates to disseminating the right information. I want to say, my people, thank you. Let's continue to listen to this particular station because it is the only station in Nigeria right now that can be able to give us the authentic, the organic, and the original information like Banner FM and the rest of it. My brother AB, I just want to go straight to the point.
Yeah.
We are here in the United States of America. And what happened, especially with the Joseph Nyuma Boyka presence here, brought a big disgrace to us. I'm telling you, including the Unity Party people that are right here in this United States. We are all shamed. Whether be a Unity Party or we are all shamed. For a Joseph Nyuma Boyka, a president of the oldest African republic, that quote unquote has one of the most, somebody would say, closest relationship with this United States of America, to come here and he was denied by meeting the Speaker of the House. It was a complete disgrace, especially for the Millennium Challenge Corporation meeting. Because remember the issue of the MCC. This is not something the organization will give you that money.
No.
It is the lawmaker.
The lawmakers. Yeah.
The representative lawmaker that can discuss it.
Yes.
It's American interest in Africa or whatever country that the lawmaker will sit there and say, look, let's take the money and give it to this country.
Yes.
That thing that people can be talking, they don't get that America will just take that money and give it to you. That interest.
Interest.
That interest. Sierra Leone benefited from that MCC. I think 2 years ago.
They just got another one. They just got another one. I'm telling you.
Thank you. And they got another one. So Joseph Nyuma Boyka had made an appointment to meet with the speaker, and he was denied on that. How did I know somebody in the office of the speaker, an African, let me just put it this way, an African was the one that disclosed that information in one of those chat rooms that by the grace of God we are privileged to be in. I said, oh man, the people say, let me deal with the mail because the protocol involved, the people did not follow protocol. Look at such a disgrace that befall us as a traditional ally. Even with the exception of that, this news that you just broke with the issue of Liberia's own representation on the Security Council. But brother AB, if anybody want to argue, the question I can get asked there, what kind of meeting Joseph Nyuma Boyka go to, African meeting that the people say they will give us a seat? Just show me that meeting. Because before you can come to argue that, Nigeria, you must have gone to a meeting, attended an African summit in which they agree. Seeing Joseph Nyuma Boyka took over as president of the Republic of Liberia, where kind of ECOWAS meeting I go to? They once said that he went to Jesna in the other African country. Do you know that the actual meeting was over? The actual meeting was over. They were just going there to cement, whatever they have been discussing over the period. He went there and then they said, we're begging you little, so you just got to go back home. The one he even still he come back home already. He was late. But thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. opportunity. Have a big God bless day. Thanks to all of our people.
Oh, Sherry.
Freedom FM.
All right.
To you and the family there.
Thank you, Chief Sherry. Yeah. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Yeah. Mama, you sure you just disturbed me just now in this manner? Go ahead. Let me hear from you quickly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Peter Macaulay, the civil land Basel, and I joined from District Number 9, Montserrat County as a pro defender. You know, it is so unfortunate for 17 to 20,000 Nigerian who gave the old man a retirement, ingredients to him, and treating us in the fun and manner. Mr. Bwaka, if you can retrospect when President Weah was elected, he first traveled out of the country, went to France. And President Weah came back with $10 million. And that came, that when I come in my pocket for a development of, for example, the Bekuba Avenue and the entire district number 6, all the field roads, and also someone went into one fee payment in other areas. But our man, the 79 years old Dr. Diko, left the country for weekends, go marry me and go make friendship with our Kosovo president. It means that Bwaka don't have no friend and have friend back on Bwaka because friend there when you in need, they will come to your aid. But Bwaka was senior, no one come to him because he had no friend. And what President Weah would help him, and by the grace of the Almighty God, he was healed. This man, by the scene, they were passing around that President Weah right, private jet. Maybe today, people seeing the glaring it out. They may ride private jet. I don't know whether the private jet that will pay the fee.
Okay. No. Okay, thank you so much, my man. Time. Yeah, and I have to get going, and so we can rush it out now. Hello, how are you doing quickly? Hello. Yeah, fine. Please go on.
This is what you're calling for California.
Yeah, Ompio. Let's listen to you, Chief.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you congratulations for your achievement.
You're right. Thank you.
You know, to go very quickly, I want to know the economy of Liberia. Whether they are, because in America, they got capitalist and market economy. Which economy is in Liberia? I don't really know. Because if people don't know the economy, they don't really know how to settle the book. I think Mr. Twe understood the whole economy system in Liberia. Well, it never can happen. You know, but this particular government, as when the guy was talking that guy is not sick, the finance minister is not, because the job is too hard for him. You know, when Sandra Twe over there, you were not letting on Sandra Twe at all. You were not letting on Sandra Twe because you were passing, the people were embarrassing you to be talking from radio station, from the radio station to the other radio station. So you were not letting, so the joy is too hard for him. So the whole government here, at the end of the day, what the prophet said, it will happen. The whole government, the whole country will be hard until people, with, they say, water drafting in feet. That one will happen.
Wow.
Water drafting in feet.
Wow.
Yes. It will happen in that. Take it from me.
Okay. We watch and see.
I was sending money by to the people. They can't fair with them. They're not sending money to them again. So it will be very hard.
You're right. Okay, thank you, Chief, for your contribution. We appreciate it. Let me get to this caller. I think time has called with me now. Sorry. I want to call most of my winners, but again, this person will be the last person. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Your name?
Josiah Wama.
Josiah Wama?
Yeah.
Is that a Wama that I know from Zion?
Yes, I'm a lay brother.
Oh, a lay brother there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. All right. You played the jackpot today?
Yes.
Okay, how many times?
I I played 2 times today.
2 times today. Okay, so far. Thank you. And you can keep playing. But anyway, thank you so far. I want to say congratulations. You've won the 20,000 for today. Thank you.
Yes.
They say yes.
The eagle has landed.
The eagle has landed. I like that. All right. Congratulations. All right. So it will soon hit your account immediately. Yeah. Okay, Josiah. All right, so I think I have to get going now. We had a winners and losers draw as well that I needed to just do about 5, 6 and over numbers. Some of you got the pop-ups in your phone already, and we'll try to improve on that as well. But I have to get going, people. Time has caught up with me. Time is of essence. Thanks to all of you for the time. So until we are back here, God's willing, next Friday with another jackpot. But again, from Monday all the way, we are here. Cash giveaway continues. You know, life is something that has to continue. Thanks so much for being there. Thanks for your prayers and everything. And let me say thanks to all those who've been following this program throughout this week. You helped in making this week's edition a success. So until we are back here, do have a pleasant weekend. Bye-bye. But on Sunday, I'm going to be right here with my Sunday morning words of motivation, and we'll call that the Freedom Motivational Talk that I intend to resume on Sunday. I'm going to be here in the morning hours, beginning 6 a.m. Thanks so much for being there. Do have a pleasant time. Bye-bye.
Zero exclamation.